Exciting actually release today. Wanted to discuss a couple of very interesting updates, and I think you guys would probably like these new features. But it's going to be platform features. Primarily, I'm going to be talking about the new homepage for the dashboard that's going to be released. We're at the final stage of testing. The development's done, and we're probably going to release it next week. But I wanted to actually go ahead and demo this to you. And when it comes in, you'll be probably not fully surprised, and you actually know what the functionalities are. So, I'm going to share my screen in a minute, and we will cover this topic. And plus, we have an update on our EDI connectivity progress and what we're doing in that angle. So let's keep going. Again, we were just primarily talking about this issue, these updates today. And the first and the foremost is the new dashboard we have promised. Let me talk about a few things that we have been doing, and they're real fundamentals that we've been working on. And some you may not necessarily see an impact right away, but over time you'd be enjoying the benefits of these strategic moves. Last year we decided to put our platform in the most advanced and efficient coding language out there, and we started a year of recoding our software. And it was essentially majority of our effort was to recode the software. And this project is actually getting done. And mid-June, we will start finalizing our backend and our code testing to make sure that the muscles are there and it supports. But the new environment, what's going to impact you is the capacity that we get with this new environment. This new environment is so efficient for us and our skill set, the group. And it's so modern that we can get a lot of new things and modern things done with the least amount of effort. Therefore, the second half of the year, my expectation is a lot more features to be released. Give an example, we plan to completely update all the pages of this dashboard with the modern and most efficient and the best user experience and flow. And everything will be redesigned. And also, we will think about all the features that we have not necessarily got to develop. New features like, as I said, savings analysis for budget analysis for the contract, and saving analysis for the index product, and things that have been sort of backlogged. But as I said, we had a year of converting the existing code to a new language, which is a tremendous amount of effort. Majority of our time went to it, but it's getting finished. It's a very interesting timeline and milestone for the company, and hopefully very soon you would see a speedy development and a lot of new features coming in fast and efficient. But one of the things that we have actually been able to do on the front end, and this was just back end update because we changed the code, changed the back end code, but on the front end, we have been able to slowly release some new features, even though we were converting, but we released some new. This is one of them. We finally could get a dashboard that's proper and that's customizable, that's sharp, that's actually that pays attention to your needs and minimizes your effort to get things done. And here is how it looks like. The new dashboard would have three functions at the top. First of all, let's take a look at the frequent broker program. It's sitting on right here, to right very top, but it's sort of, you have to just click it and unfold it. And this is completely new design. As you can see, we have upgraded now to a diamond level status, where it gives you 8% extra commissions for those brokers that are very ambitious and we want to get to high volume. The sky is the limit. We can get to very high numbers of commission and pretty much almost of the revenue and enjoy the platform, its benefits, and scale up. But this is the new look and feel and new design, and it's collapsible. So you need to essentially unfold it and go from there. The menu on the left-hand side has disappeared. Everything is now combined here. So market data analytics, news and resources, market overview, task, report setup, and you can sort of like dig in and find out what you need. Reports are right there in the spot, so you can actually, these are the most important features, so you can actually see them as the initial view. Search bar is here. All the functions are here except the menus have been combined. But all the menu items are available. It's just one menu versus two. It's just the hamburger menu collapsible. And I'm not going to get into these features because it's the same. It's just placement. But what's new design, as I said, is a landing page. A landing page. There's three functions right on the top: add new customer, instant quote, and commission report. So we added commission report right to the forefront. What it means that if you want to see your commission, everybody wants to see their commission. They don't need to click 1 and 2, click the menu, click the reports, select the reports, and then go to paid commission. Commission can be accessed in one click. So every time you want to see the commission, 3 or 4 clicks now is 1 click. You can immediately land into your commission report and run it and take a look at the numbers very, very quickly. So that's sort of like the report, and you can sort of like navigate through it. But obviously, that's the same report. It's just placement is sharper, and it's less energy consuming and time consuming for you. So these three functions now, we call it the main functions of the platform. We had decided these are high use case, and let's put it in the top. Now, what comes next? Right at the bottom of it is tasks, notification, and market updates. You have been receiving market updates emails from the system almost every day or every other day whenever there is an update. While we're improving our quality of our updates and make it more and more useful, we're calibrating. As we're implementing our algorithm, we calibrate too, because we test with the reality. We announce, we test with the reality, and then we get better. So it's going to be constant improvement. But market updates also will be stored right here, so you never lose it. You can actually come in and see the market update documented. And every day there'll be a new record. So you don't have to necessarily go and find emails. You can just open and you see market update for 5/27, but this is a test environment. You see a lot of these updates, right? And you just click and access it. What was the update of 27, 28, 6/1, 6/2, and so on and so forth. Notification. There's a section for notification. Anytime there's something for you that's important, either there's a terms of service change, or there's a support inquiry update, and communication that you need to know, and these notification, which is the system notification or ticket notification, will be listed here for you, and you can essentially go in and take a look at your ticket and see what the issue was and access it. And it's again, it's quickly available. Take you to the ticket page, and you can sort of like navigate through what you wanted to see. You can dismiss it right here, mark as unread, and if you dismiss it, let's see. Actually, I'm just testing it. There you go. It got dismissed and it disappeared. So another one came in. But we can manage this notification section here. And it's more for admin type of functions and as I said, support inquiries. There's tasks that also was brought to the forefront. These are market renewal timing, some market timing, and also actions that are critical, like auctions that are live or auctions that have ended that you need to be awarding it. You can take a look at your tasks and constantly see how many tasks exist of what type. These are action oriented. You can essentially click it. You can get that task, and you can actually renew the customer and continue with your day. But task created done, status confirmed, due date this, and this is everything that you need to act on is here. So the task section is where you need to do stuff. It's your to-do list, and would essentially present you the most important things from the top to bottom. I think next week we will be looking at this being actually released. Finally, we got it to completion point, and this dashboard is we're just covering the functions, and we talked about the frequent broker. We talked about these three functions. We talked about commission coming to the forefront, and we're covering the top portion of the dashboard. If there's any questions about it, let me know. But yeah, it's all about valuable information comes to the forefront for you to click less and spend less time and get what you need. All right, so we got this the top section, as I said, and that will be helping you to navigate through your tasks and notification and find what's important. But what's interesting is this section. It's actually very interesting. I think it's going to answer a lot of people's constant request for the design. There was like there's two sections to the dashboard. There was like contracts and there was like request renewals and prospects, prospecting and renewal. We have combined them into one table. We realized the second table is actually being used less unless for auction reasons. So we combined it to one table. And also what's interesting, you can actually change the format and the placement of these columns and their order. So I can take the usage to the first, or take the state from here and put it here, and do whatever I want to essentially design my own experience. And this is obviously going to be helpful because a lot of people have their desired layout for this page. And sometimes, as you can see, some of it is hidden at the right-hand side. You can actually place it wherever you want. And ultimately, other than these three that are fixed right here, the status and the name of the customer is a contact number. There's a key. The rest is you can place it wherever you want. You can even sort it the way that you want. So you can just sort of like come in and say, I only want my filter should be only 12 months, or you can filter it. You can play with the effective date and sort it the way that you want. And you can, if you don't care about commercial only, just residential by default, you can put it as residential no. And that way residential deals would not show right away. And then when you're ready, you can save this. This says save the current table setup as a new custom table. So you can click it and you can build your own table. You probably do it once and you're set, but you get what you need. Just pay attention, sit down, spend half an hour, design your table, design your view, your default. And he says, make this your default view, right? And broker default view. When you save it, see the usage is now at the beginning. And if I log back out and in, same thing. It will be staying as it is because this is your default. You can delete the current table configuration from the list. You can save it, or you can save an update, right? You can change the name, whatever you want. And easy to rearrange the contract table as you see it. Also, this is interesting because you can access more advanced thing. There's a lot of field that is available for you and you can bring it in. These are the shown ones. And these are the ones that are hidden. So you can actually show it now. So you play with this, you pretty much can put any format and layout that you want. And you can add sorts. You can sort with whatever information you want. Contract dates, okay. I have had brokers that are coming in and say, can we sort with contract dates? And the next broker comes and say, no, I want the effective date. The next broker says, I wanted this expiration date. Everybody's right. It's just the way that they look at the business, right? Everybody's business is different. With this, you get to build your own template. And you don't necessarily need us to customize for everyone. It's you and you have control and you build it the way that you want. But it's very simple. If you start navigating, there's not a lot of room for mistake, but there's like four functions here. And all we do is we redesign the layout, we sort and we filter and we put everything that we need into effect and save it as a template. And then that essentially that template would show moving forward if you click make this your default view, as I said. And you can change it moving forward. It's not a permanent thing. You can reset it, you can delete it, and then go back to normal and start again. And you design it again. If your business needs changes, you can constantly upgrade it. This is what we have taught is the minimal design or the least confusing or the least energy consuming design that gets your job done and makes you essentially efficient and makes you less lost in a lot of information. But the significant changes in the way that we look at things. There's no two tables, as I said. There's only one table. The table is completely customizable. There is information regarding market updates, which is now stored here, as I mentioned, notifications and tasks, and also the functions are, it's a brainstorming session and data collection session. We realize these functions are the most important, widely used functions a broker uses, which completely makes sense. Commission report is widely used. It should be on the forefront rather than in the back. But I mean, over time, here's the way that we look at this this platform is, if this is your business and you spend time on this few hours a day, those few hours would be essentially operated. Those few hours would be more enjoyable, and your mind would have less stupid problems to think about and to solve. And you get what you need, and you can probably be more creative and be more productive. It adds up. Every day would be a better day now, I think, with this pattern and this layout and this design and the way that the information is available, the way that what's important is in front of you, not the things that are just secondary. You can always access, again, the menus are there, and you can go back and pretty much get what you need and what you had in the past. But some of these functions are just, people click it less and they just don't need it right away. So this was primarily the biggest effort. This is the biggest page for us and the main page because you land and you do a lot of things here. And by far, the highest visit page is this page. But as I mentioned, next we're going to redesign this page. We will go and take a look at the contract page where all this information is here. You're going to look at this. You're going to look at this. I mean, even though there was a commission section that was added, there was some adjustment. The commission roll up was added. There's no data here, but you've seen it. You have it in your dashboard. And you did some work here, but this is not completely done. We're going to redo the entire contact information page. And I'm definitely put that as one of the feedback that I got to add that create ticket function within this page. But yeah, the goal is to go ahead and actually redo everything, rethink everything. It's time to sort of optimize the flow. And I want was essentially the support tickets, and everything else seems to be straightforward. But this is going to be released by next week. We are finalizing. I actually have a couple of comments where I was just taking a note myself too. But for the most part, it's ready to go, and we're very excited to finally have the opportunity to present a proper layout that is not wasting your time, and it's essentially paying attention to the value versus just show whatever is out there. So I appreciate it, and thanks so much. We will look forward to next meeting in 2 weeks.